Whoa, I'm in the same clothes as the last four videos. What could that possibly mean, guys? Welcome back. Today I'm talking about everybody's favorite show, Doctor Who. You know, you're not allowed to have a different favorite show, because Doctor Who's the best. Even though I'm wearing Stranger Things, so I didn't plan this. So, Russell T Davies, the god himself, has descended upon from heaven to write the 60th anniversary episode of Doctor Who and series beyond, whatever that means. And, keeping the tradition of the 10th, the 20th, the 50th, uh, we're probably going to expect to see old characters come back, you know? Whether it be doctors, possibly companions, who knows? It's open for anything. So these are the people I think are most likely to come back, whether it be in a major role or a companion role. So, as much as everybody would love to see Tom Baker back, and I'm sure Tom Baker would be open to doing it, he'd be 89 by the time that 60th episode would come out, knock on wood, but he might be dead by then. He hasn't been in the best shape physically, he doesn't go to conventions anymore. But, maybe if you give him like a tiny cameo, like William Hartnell did in the Three Doctors. Maybe that could work. Just have him like appear on a video screen if you can't have him in the studio, or do what they did with Saruman in The Hobbit and just kind of green screen him in. Though that did look a bit awkward in The Hobbit. Um, I don't know if they could fit him in some way. Even if he says like three lines, I think that would appease the old fans. The '80s Doctors, 5, 6, and 7, they're in slightly better physical health, you know, but they don't look the same as they did in the '80s. Surprise, people age, but you know, the Doctor Who fans, I feel like they wouldn't really get bothered by that stuff. You know, I think the overwhelming joy to see them back would outweigh the nitpicks about how much they've aged and balded. Um, I think, I for one, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I think it's definitely worth seeing them back, whether it be a cameo or a full on appearance. As long as we get something from any of the '80s Doctors, I'd be happy to see them. Now, going on the other hand, for people who don't age, we have Paul McGann. I'd love to see him back, especially as like a full appearance. He had a little mini episode, short film, for the 50th, but I'd like to see him interact with the other Doctors. I think that would be really fun. Um, Paul McGann's not like the most well-known Doctor. I've listened to some of his Big Finish stuff, like the first couple seasons with Charlie, until the free stuff on Spotify ran out, and I didn't want to skip stuff or buy anything. But that's besides the point. I'd like to see him back. I think he's a great Doctor with little material he's been given, and he's been good in audio. So I'd love to see him back. Eccleston, no. Eccleston's not coming back. He's made it very clear he doesn't like Russell. He doesn't like the BBC. I don't think he'd come back. He likes the fans, but not enough to come back. And I respect that. If he had a bad experience, he shouldn't have to come back. And the fans didn't force him to come back. So, as much as I love the Ninth Doctor, it is what it is. Tennant is definitely coming back. He's Davies' like best friend. Um, I don't think he's gonna be the 14th Doctor. I think that's a stupid rumor. There's no way Russell is too overly nostalgic to bring back David Tennant as the Doctor. There's no way. He's not gonna be the 14th Doctor. I'm just gonna say that right now. He's not gonna be the 14th Doctor. Um, he's gonna come back for the 60th. He may be the main Doctor from the 60th, but it'll be set during his timeline as the 10th Doctor. I don't I don't see him coming back as the next Doctor. I'd love to see him back for like one episode, or if it's a two-parter, but nothing beyond the 60th. I think that'd be overkill and overly reliant on nostalgia. But yeah, if he makes a full appearance in the 60th, I'd be really happy because he's a great Doctor. Matt Smith, I feel like Matt Smith would be open to coming back because he says he misses playing the Doctor. But he's going to be in House of the Dragon. Now, I know Daemon Targaryen, spoiler alert, dies sometime during the show, because I read the books. Um, but I don't know if he's getting killed off in season 1 or season 2 or how many seasons they make. So I think it depends on his schedule with House of the Dragon. Maybe he could fly in for like a quick cameo, like Jamie did in the Five Doctors. That'd be nice, like to see him at least for like a little bit. Peter Capaldi, I don't know. You know, he said he doesn't want to come back because he doesn't. He kind of wants to like end it where it is, end it on a high note. He doesn't want to come back, and I respect that. His last few episodes were just amazing. So, you know, if he wants to leave it as that, I get it. But it would be nice to see him again because he is my favorite Doctor. Him and John Poultry, but John Poultry's dead, so he can't come back unless his son plays him. I'd like to see Sean Poultry, who was in Gotham. I'd love to see him play John, and I would love to see David Bradley again as the False Doctor. I don't think Sean would be up to it, but I could definitely see David Bradley coming back. He does the audios. He was in Twice Upon a Time. I think he'd come back. I don't know who would play Patrick Troughton. Maybe his son David would be up for it, but they don't really look alike. You know, I don't think they look alike. Kind of not the way Sean looks like John. So Jodie Whittaker. Now, it would be very unique because she just left the role. I don't know if she'd want to come back so soon. You know, maybe for a little cameo. But I don't know if she'd want to come because like she just left. You know, that's like putting in your 2 weeks notice. The new boss is like, okay, come back, but please make it a full week notice. It'd be like that. It just, I don't know. I don't think she'd be up for it. I mean, she said she's leaving with Chibnall. She might come back. I don't know. Might be too soon. Who knows? I don't know. So as for companions, you know, it's been heavily rumored that Donna Noble is coming back as a companion. I don't think she's coming back as a companion because one, that would ruin her ending on the show. And two, over relying on nostalgia. I'd be happy to see her come back for like one episode in the 60th. Coming with David Tennant. That'd be really nice. Coming back with David Tennant. I'd love to see Amy again, but she's, you know, she's in all the Guardians of the Galaxy's movies. I think that's fairly impossible for her to come back. She's very busy. Martha would be good, you know? Martha without Mickey, maybe. Clara, it would be nice to see Clara back because the Doctor can remember her now. I'd love to see Clara back. And maybe throw in some classic companions, like Joe Grant or Leela, you know? I think it'd be really nice to see those two again, or other ones, you know? I really liked what the collection box set trailers I've been doing where they bring back old companions for like a new written scene. Like they did that with Perry just a couple weeks ago. It was really nice to see. Yeah, bring Perry back. Who cares? Have her travel with Colin because, you know, well, according to the trailer for the box set, you know, they still travel together. I don't know. I'm kind of just spitting stuff out here. You know, I don't know what's going to be in the 60th. I'm sure I'd like it. I'm a huge fan of Russell T Davies. I haven't seen any of his stuff outside of Doctor Who, but I plan to. I plan to watch Torchwood next month. I hope that's good. So who do you think would come back for the 60th? Who do you think's most likely to come back? And if you could resurrect any dead actor to have them in the 60th, who would it be? I'd resurrect John Poultry himself and Elizabeth Sladen. I'd love to see them in it. Or Caroline John, or Hartnell, Troughton, you know. That'd be really nice to see. But I can't bring people back to life. I'm not a necromancer. Yeah, I don't know. I post videos all the time. So subscribe if you want to see a lot more Doctor Who content. I'm going to be starting Series 2 next week, I think. I don't know the exact date yet, but probably sometime in the next week. Probably like the 23rd. Around that. So stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, hope everybody out there has a nice day and stay safe and